It's a reality show, a Squid Game reality show. $4.56 million up to the winner.
All right.
Getting my hair cut. I'm on that shit. I'm out sending my tape in Friday.
You in addition for the Squid Game? Don't you got to be Asian to do that shit?
No, it's an American thing. It's
We'll
based
see.
on that shit.
We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, man.
We should go. We should all go. God damn it.
Shit. Y'all waiting on me or what?
Always, man. Always. You know how that go.
He just don't want to say the music ain't working.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you. The music coming.
Oh,
Nigga, just
my bad,
beatbox.
I told him, you see Tank Shining sending text messages of him walking on that sandy beach. I told him he got that Andy Dufresne glow about him now.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Yeah. You found that black rock, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that motherfucker was dope, too.
Yeah.
That's right. You're now rocking with the best. Youngstown's very own 3P&D, Tank Auburn, Eddie P, a Death Pie Sway production, featuring the man in the myth who explains the man in the myth, Jay motherfucking Drizzy. And you are now listening to the legendary sounds of Beat Down Motherfucking Brown. And what we always do about this time, anything that comes out of my mouth, the quartermaster's mouth, or Drizzy's mouth, do not represent the views and opinions of one Mr. Eddie Sauvignon. For you night owls out there, turn the motherfucking lights off. 2022's very own 100 proof motherfucker himself, Mr. 20. Goddamn 20. And you know him and love him, as do we all. Youngstown's very own. 1/3 of 3PMD's very own. DJ LOH's very own high value man, Mr. Eddie motherfucking Coppola. You are graced to be in his presence. I said fucking president. That shit was fine for that. Rip.
I like
Rest
it.
in
I
peace
like
to K
it.
Slade. Shout out Kid Capri. DJ
Hey,
Clark
we got
Kent. Oh,
Cat Daddy.
money.
Cat Daddy in the building. What's up,
Shout
Cat
out
Daddy?
to Cat Daddy. Shout out to DJ LOH on the 1s and 2s. Shout out to Goody Good from Black Sail Sports. Now let's fight this motherfucking
Right behind you, Drew.
evil.
Behind you, Drew. Behind you, Drew. The call coming from the house.
Edit that out. Edit that out.
Shout out to the Phantom Arm that came from behind the Bruce Lee window.
That phantom arm is my eldest son.
The Phantom Arm came from behind that Bruce Lee window.
That's
Yeah.
my muscle. That's my muscle back there.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I got updated. I got security now.
Gotcha.
That's what's up.
Gotcha.
Will Smith ain't smacking me.
I was
All right,
doing
we
smack
taking it.
nobody.
We taking it to the A.
Let's
Cat
get it.
Daddy, we
man.
your way,
Let's
sir. We
get
your
it.
way. Chime on in on this, Playboy, if you're watching.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, Cat Daddy. Shit. You want me to shoot you the that motherfucking link?
Yeah, you can shoot it to me. I'll shoot it to him. Oh, I still got the link. Hold on, man.
Yeah, you still got the link.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. This whole thing was a little hard to follow, man, because I don't know who in the hell these folks are.
Right. But
Yeah, rappers, nigga. Rappers, man.
Nah, man. I've been out the game a little bit too long. I sound like the
This one ain't a game worth being in. Trust me.
right.
Excuse me, goddammit. I mean, you know what? This is the thing. See, man, I was running errands. I checked out the what's the journalist name?
Oh, that the dude that was on Vlad.
Yeah, I checked him out, but I wanted to check out the lead attorney and get his take on it. Shout out to
George Sheedy.
George Sheedy, yeah. I wanted to get his take on it from a legal standpoint. Cat was been a lead attorney for over 20 years, and I watched some of his coverage of the Amber Heard case. And he deals in, I think, divorce and all of that, but he makes valid points about a lot of this shit. And this is some shit I don't know about. I got mixed opinions on this whole shit. Are we waiting for Cat Daddy or something?
Nah, like I said, I don't know for sure. He just I don't know if he's out and about. I just shot him a link just in case if he wanted to jump in. But oh yeah, just did.
Okay, so before he comes on,
yeah.
Or if y'all want to wait, I think we already got it going. So somebody walk us into Mr. Coppola. This is your your baby here. So you go ahead and
it is, man. They're going after these cats, man, by using their lyrics. You know what I mean? They can't go after them straight, so they're coming through the back door, you know, using a RICO, saying it's a racketeering, organized crime family, his YSL label. Young Smoker's Life or some shit like that. YSL.
Young Slime Life.
Stoners.
Young Stoner's Life.
Yeah,
no, it's slime. It's slime.
But you know, for the record, it's, you know, the hood is slime. When he filed that corporate, you know, that tax ID, I think is under Stoner Life. Yeah. But yeah, man, they're using everything, man. Instagram, all that. Once the feds get involved. And I guess it's Atlanta that is the first one using this towards rappers. That's why it piqued my interest. I was just like, hold on. They're going after rappers and RICO. This is going to start a trend.
Well,
you know that whole wave of drill music. You know, next would be Chicago.
Well, listen, man. The thing with the drill shit is, and I'm just going off of a lot of shit I've seen on academics and some other reports, and a lot of them guys said themselves. A lot of the reason why a lot of these drop in Chicago and, you know, pertaining to the whole rap shit is them cats are from, you know, rival sets.
Yeah.
And, you know, they mention motherfuckers in the songs that just passed away.
Yeah, that's the whole movement. It's like we smoking on these ops, and they're like, I just rolled up so-and-so in a blunt, and now they smoking on them. They're going to people's grave sites, they pissing on their headstones. They doing all kind of, I guess people are having enough, and especially in Atlanta, because I guess one of these dudes shot a cop. And that just, you know,
that's I was going to that. Yeah, go ahead.
You shoot a cop, man. Come on, man. They coming after you.
A cat by the name. Well, see, that's what kind of started the shit off, was a cat by the name of Big Breast. You know, we can say allegedly. I mean, you know, allegedly or whatever. I don't know if he fighting the case, but I'm just gonna say allegedly shot a cop 6 times.
Yeah,
you
cop
know,
lived.
And the cop lived. He shot him in the head and 6 other times. And you know, this is what kind of drew some attention. You know, it's kind of what everybody say. You shoot a cop, that's, you know, what it is.
That's
you know, my thing with the lyrics and mentioning that was a lot of them, you know, they telling on themselves with that Chicago rap, you know, they that drill shit, they like, yeah, your homie this, your homie that, and blah 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 blah.
I know where you're going.
And what gives it validity is that it's acts of retribution over this shit. What's her name? Young inmate out of New York didn't know what the fuck she was saying, and they was ready to lighten to her ass. They didn't give a fuck that she was a female. She said smoking on a such and such. I ain't saying the shit. I'm too old. I got grade, niggas. But she was saying that, not knowing what she was saying. So of course they're gonna pay attention to the lyrics. And it ain't even really just the lyrics. You gotta think, what was that cat a few years ago, man? Some years ago, it was a cat that made a video. They arrested every motherfucker in that video because they was really cooking coke in the video. Was really cooking coke in the video.
Man, I hear what you're saying. But these cats now, they're self-snitching. They're telling everything that they did, and they could use it in court. Like, well, you said you shot such and such at 5:15. At 5, you put that in your lyric,
right?
You know, and now we're going to use that against you because it's evidence.
Right.
You know, and these kids, they just self-snitching. I don't understand. They think that is the shit. You know, like you on probation and you shooting a video with real weapons.
Come on, man.
You know, but now this dude, because they put the RICO on him, it's anybody he has contact with, his whole crew. He could have just been rolling with somebody, like they said, his partner, Gunner, or whatever. They said he has no criminal record, but he's tied in. You know what I mean? Because he was just in the car.
Well, now, think about it. How much of a difference is that between tree catch that break into somebody's house?
Mm-hmm.
2 of them get killed, and then they put it on the one who had nothing to do with the shit.
That's what happens. And now they said because of this RICO, they got so many guys, over 50-something people, somebody's gonna break.
Yeah,
they're gonna start taking deals, you know, because they talking about Young Thug. He may not come back.
Man, they got because listen, man, motherfuckers is already snitching because they got him as the kingpin, and like the guy, the George Sheedy was saying, man, how in the fuck are they getting all of this? How are they getting these wiretaps and shit like that?
Right.
Well, look at the word they're using on each other, ops. I mean, you can say opposition, or you can say what do you call it, an operative.
Yeah.
You know, when we said ops, we was talking about the, you know, COINTELPRO, what we heard from our parents' generation talking about, you know, who was on the tape, who was in bed with the man, you know, who was trying to lead us the wrong direction, you know, misdirect us. So, I mean, it stands to reason. Like, I mean, look at Tekashi 6ix9ine. I mean, I hate to give him any shine, but
I mean, nah, it's all good. He need to be brought up in this shit.
No,
go ahead, Cuddy.
You know, there was one of the things that George Sheedy had brought up, the interviewer, the journalist brought up, was that at what point in time do the record executives get brought in? The big record executives, the producers, the like Warner Brothers itself. You know, because realistically, they're funding all of this shit. I mean, if you follow the money, it goes to Warner Brothers.
Yeah, but they're not. It goes to Warner Brothers in the end because now these kids are putting it out there themselves. You know what I mean? He's under the YSL label. That's his label. But the big boys is backing them by, you know, distribution and all that other shit. There you go.
There I go.
There you go. Yeah, man, we had to take it to the A. I didn't know if you were still out there checking your tracks.
Actually, man, I just got back last night. I went to Nashville for the Country Music Awards.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm here to let y'all know Nashville is all right.
Appreciate it. I'm glad you made it home safe. But
right on.
We in your neck of the woods, man. Give us some insight behind this, man. What's
some real? I'm with y'all fellas on this. I really don't know what's going on, man. And I got a homeboy I used to work with that grew up with Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan. And I actually went to Rich Homie Quan and house with my homeboy, come to find out Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan was beefing. This was a few years ago because Quan was saying some things, and Thug is really in them streets from what I heard. He's really that type of dude.
Okay. Well,
so I'm thinking the government, just like you said earlier, they got to find a way to get these cats.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is what they're going to do.
Yeah, they're going to hit them with the RICO.
Because it's like they got a list. They had it on the news. They got a list, man. It's like 20 to 40 rappers.
Yeah.
That they gunning for.
His label. Everybody.
They got him. They got Gunna. Yeah. They ain't playing with him, man. Because, you know, we ain't heard this RICO law since what? Gotti in New York.
Gotti. Yeah.
Hold on, I got a correction for you, and I got to bring it back to you, Craig. Atlanta, Dr. Malachi Zadok York.
Mm-hmm.
They got him under the RICO Act, and then they brought in the molestation charges.
God dang.
And he was most influential during the 90s on all those artists, like, you know, the what were they called? The you know what I'm talking about. Soulquarians.
Oh, that makes
okay, yeah.
The whole neo soul joint.
They were all following York.
Okay. Yeah, man, it's just it's crazy, man. How
the Nuwabian motherfucker.
I think they got a plan for sure, man. They got a plan, and this is how they gonna execute it.
Yeah, they got a RICO, they got you. And like we were saying earlier, man, how when they arrest so many people, not everybody's built for that kind of life. And
Right.
they're gonna start rolling.
Well, I mean, shit. His lawyer was already talking about he's living in less than desirable fucking standards, and they like, listen, homie, you in the same fucking prison as everybody else.
Right.
But this is my thing. First of all, the cut he mentioned. What up, Craig?
What's happening with you, man? I'm glad to see you back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Same to you.
Glad to see you.
The owners of the music groups, and it's like I get the little bit of culpability that they may have,
right?
But they have no control over these motherfuckers' actions, and the shit that they doing. One of the things that he mentioned is, he was talking about the spike in the murder rate, but he was also talking about that stop and frisk presence that's happening down there. He said it was 20,000 fucking stops.
Yeah.
And all they got was 250 people arrests for outstanding warrants. So why not get these motherfuckers if they causing problems? If they causing this much of a havoc, I understand we all done seen The Wire and the game is the game, but it's having a domino effect for the rest of the brothers and sisters down there.
Yeah, but what about?
Are you saying that you are supporting a vigorous stop and frisk just so you can get rid of the gang violence in Atlanta?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
okay.
I'm saying this. I'm saying why in the fuck not get rid of them?
Because they just like grass. They grow every day. It'd be never ending. If anything, to be honest about it, Young Thug, I thought he was gonna get hemmed up and go to jail based on what happened a few months ago with his child's mother.
Oh, the bowling alley.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he about to go ham based on that. And then they did this, which I'm thinking they had been planning this. When that situation happened, they probably figured he gonna put a lot of hits on the street.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and scoop him up now.
That sounds about right.
Get what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's why I wanted you on, because you on the ground right now. So
yeah,
you guys don't know what happened is that like a few months ago, his the mother of his child got shot in the dome at a bowling alley.
Yeah. I mean, but it's too much shit surrounding him. Listen, they said a young man by the name, what was it, King Nut or whatever, was
King
killed.
Not Nut. Nut of the rival gang or whatever. He was with what's that, YNF Lucci?
YFN Lucci was killed. Yeah. And the car that was used in the drive-by was rented by him. What I'm saying is, why not take these type of motherfuckers off the street? I get what you said. I get what you're saying.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. They grow every day, but this is not just shit. This is not just targeted shit. It's no different than when motherfuckers was beefing down in Los Angeles and people was dying in the drive-bys and shit, and the collateral damage, and everybody was like, oh, well, they just young kids just led astray. Well, what the fuck that got to do with them hurting somebody else's baby?
Yeah, we understand that, man, but we talking about
the reason why I think they got him, and based on the baby mama situation, because think about it, why come they ain't going after Birdman? He was under Birdman for a while.
Yeah,
y'all know he do what he do.
Yeah, he moved, but he moved a little differently. He move
a little different. He's been in the game longer,
for long enough. He know not to be on social media,
and you know what I'm saying. And
all that shit.
I'm just hearing Thug is really in the street. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking they picking and choose, but I'm thinking with the situation with him, let's get him first, because he about to do something that could hurt a lot of people. Because if it was my daughter's mom and somebody blasted her in the head, and I got connections to the street, I'm using all my connections.
Let me ask you this question. Do you think that she got shot in the head over some shit that had something to do with him? Just a thought. I mean, I know you don't know for sure.
I don't know, but from this is what I heard. The place that they was at used to be called Run and Shoot. It was a 24-hour basketball gym for us. basketball, weights, track. It had like 20 basketball courts in it. Somebody else bought it, turned it into a bowling alley and some other things. Everybody, it's in the hood, but not directly in the hood. From my understanding, she got into a confrontation about a bowling ball. And when she came out, he was outside waiting on her and shot her in the head. That was what I heard.
Okay. Yeah, they said they ain't had nothing to do with no beef. It was an isolated incident.
Yeah, it was isolated from my understanding.
Yeah, it just happened to be old buddies.
Now, she could have been in there bumping her gums, talking hella shit and pissed old boy off.
Right.
That wasn't a reason to take her life.
Absolutely.
Right. You went outside, you could take your ass and get in your car and take
right. And he waited, from my understanding, he waited on her. So that's premeditated right there.
Right. Yeah, and so, I get your point, man. That passed the sniff test.
And the way the police move here, you gotta understand. I travel a lot of places, and police presence aren't always there in a lot of cities.
Yeah.
Atlanta has multiple police departments. You got the city of Atlanta police, and then every county got their own police. Then you still got state troopers. Then you got MARTA, the bus system police. So police presence in Atlanta is everywhere. No matter where you go, it's nothing to see 20 cops a day here in traffic or pulling or stopped or just posted up. Nothing, all day, every day. So everybody comes to Atlanta, which means everybody bring their own hustle and their own mentality. And then they mix with those that they click with. And the shit just grow. Everybody about getting money. And these younger generations, they have no morals, no respect. They just gonna take it. And a lot of our young brothers then came up that way, so they loose-headed. So I feel like maybe he did something sloppy and they've been watching him, but why him all of a sudden? Young Thug ain't been on the scene. What? He ain't even been on the scene 10 years, has he?
I don't think so.
Right.
Well, no, that's what the reporter was saying, man. You know, we mentioned like we was talking about the cat Big Briss who shot the police officer. Just a lot of things surrounded him. The cat was a member of YSL. The whole incident with the vehicle that was rented, it was a Infinity truck that was rented for the shootout that got what's the cat Nut killed.
Yeah.
And then what's the boy name? Gunner, I think it is. Is it Gunner?
Yeah.
His partner.
Yeah.
He talking about motherfuckers just trying to kill him, or is that wife in Lucci in prison?
That's Lucci.
That's Lucci. Okay, so Lucci, because they got motherfuckers on a tap talking about trying to get Thug approval. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't just like him all of a sudden. Shit is starting to roll back to him. And like the cat Chidi was saying, he said, his dad reads my articles. He said I was wrong about his baby mom. I made I mischaracterized some shit in the article. However, his lawyer know everything that's going on. His dad know everything is going on, but even if he didn't, his lawyer does. Yeah. And he said it's kind of odd that this cat would be this reckless. He said because they went in his house, they found all kind of guns, weed. Allegedly,
they found guns.
Switch.
They found a switch. They found a silencer. They found lean. They found pills. They found the run of the mill. They found everything in this cat's house. Right. Like, dude, you know they looking at you, and you got all that at the house.
But that's
why I'll tell you right now, 9 times out of 10, any nigga out here in the streets, if you go in his house, that's what you gonna find, unless he's a thinking person. And I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's what you gonna find.
I got you. That's just the house staple, you know.
Right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember they passed the gun law. Everybody can carry now.
Right. Yeah, so, but not silencers and silencers.
Oh yeah, but if you a street nigga, then you're gonna get that. And when I went to Rich Homie Quan's house, his brother was in the bed laid up because he had did a show and niggas was trying to get at Quan and shot his brother up. Damn. This was a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. So like I said before, this younger generation don't have morals. They just gonna do what they feel. And if you in the way, you in the way. And they don't care. So somebody like Young Thug, who's at the top of his game right now, and he getting respect that he want to get. He known for this. He gonna make a statement, and he gonna be ready at all times. That's what. If you live that life, then you live that life.
And the thing, the other thing is they found a switch. But we talking about motherfuckers' mom's houses getting shot up.
Yeah, and they got him on, they saying that shit on lyrics. But what happened to the First Amendment? Well, that's what I'm saying, that slippery slope.
Right,
man.
because cats don't care. They feel they untouchable, and they gonna say that's what I'm telling you. They don't have morals. So the government is probably saying, okay, you gonna say all this, because I had a partner back in Youngstown, got caught up for making a video and had assault rifles on the video, and they went and searched his house and called him up to see if they was real or fake. He said they was just demo toys, but he still went to jail behind that shit. He ain't do it a couple of months. But they came and got his ass.
You imagine telling a motherfucker down in county what you
I'm telling you that right now, right there off of Hemron, off of Shihai, off Bruce Street.
Mm. And let me say this: you just mentioned the First Amendment. Let me tell you what about the fucking First Amendment. Lizzo just had to change the fucking word in her new song. She says the word spaz. She said the word spaz, and motherfuckers got upset, talking about, she was indirectly making fun of people that have spasms, and she changed it. So that should tell you about the First fucking Amendment. People wipe their ass with that first line.
Well, that's fine, but Lizzo ain't going to jail. Lizzo ain't getting caught up in I understand. I know what you're saying as far as people getting caught up in their feelings on words, whatever, but this is different.
You can't say what you want to say.
Yeah, apparently.
How many charges does Young Thug got against him? How many charges he got? Anybody know?
Who knows? They still stacking.
Shit.
And it also depends on who's snitching. Because they said with a RICO charge, you could go back.
Yeah.
They could go through all his social media stuff. Anything he said with a RICO charge, they could back to the future his ass.
Man, like they said, they're about to play his records in court just so the jury could listen to all that shit.
Yeah. Well, if that's the case,
they understand that shit. So he good.
If that's the case, in the late 80s and the early 90s, gangster rap, that's what it was. They better go after Quick, MC8. They better go after everybody.
That's why. That's why we got the caption: Hip Hop Pass, Parental Advisory to present day this RICO shit. Just think how far we come. They went after Luke for being provocative. And
they went after Luke.
So glad that y'all went here.
Remember, what's it called? R.I.C.O. when he did Cop Killer.
Yeah,
and he
said, when they fucked the police.
He said, y'all don't want to do that. He like, the feds went through all my books. He was like, they made sure every penny was accounted for. They was looking for any reason to lock my ass up when I dropped that single.
Listen, first of all, we ain't gonna pretend like the color of motherfucking skin ain't got nothing to do with none of this. You got white supremacist groups that just got one of them because they was planning to go do some bullshit
in a U-Haul. Yeah, I got you.
Right. What I'm saying is, I forgot what I was saying. That goddamn quick. They was throwing some shit out.
I'm smelling some of that Craig's weed. That's all.
I'm glad y'all brought it to the point of the old rappers, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the whole point of this is with no time limits, you can go back. Who's to say they're not using this generation intentionally to set the stage for that? All the revolutionaries that were still left alive that we knew names of were associated with rappers or rappers themselves. Somehow they were affiliated. I mean, let's look at Tupac. The reason I bring him up is because there's all these stories about who knew what and who was with him when and this and that and the other. But what none of those people who look like him talk about is what the white boys say they believe the reason he was killed for, which was organizing all the gang leaders, over 27,000 gang leaders, to come under Thug Life as a political party. So you got to look at we got to look at the bigger picture, and y'all brought it up. I mean, that's my opinion.
I mean, yeah, and I respect that. That makes sense.
Stage for them to makes sense. Boom, 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 off with their heads.
But also, it's 2022, so we already know how the government been feeling about the rap game. But at this point now, we don't know what their strategy is. Look at the pandemic. Look at this gas prices. Look at the whole world is changing quick. This might be some new shit to try to just get our black brothers out of the game all the way live. Because
that's why I wanted everybody to,
you know what I'm saying? Like, this is some new shit. Like,
it's starting in Atlanta.
Well, let's be specific. The warrior class. Every group community has a caste system. It's unspoken, and ours is very unspoken. You know what I'm saying?
That motherfucker ain't the warrior class. That motherfucker take advantage of his community. Ain't no warriors doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. This is my thing. The rappers of yesterday, I think most of everybody knew the motherfuckers was gustos. You look at how rap started out, it was about style, it was hip hop, and you know, the ho, open up your door. You know, and then it got into the metaphorical shit. Yeah, you know, I'm Santa Claus, and guess what, y'all? I got something to show. You know, but and then over a period of time, we started hearing the gangster rap. We started hearing this, that, and the 15th. As this shit has progressed, you don't hear as much of the lyrical shit. It is street dominated. You had Jeezy tell Nas that hip hop is about guns, violence, gang banging, and that kind of shit. That's what Jeezy said when they had their little back and forth when Nas was saying that hip hop is dead. Okay, so now it's a race for all these motherfuckers to prove that, hey, I did this and I did that. I did jail time for this reason. I did that. They setting themselves up, man. They putting targets on their own fucking back, a bigger one than what they already got, which is their skin, man. They not doing themselves no favors, especially when this shit is saturated with lean, and guns, and I'll do this and do that. Now New York got their own drill shit.
Yeah, it's everywhere, man. It's the drill.
But the whole thing about it, it should have never been called gangster rap.
Right.
People were rapping about what was going on in their community.
Right.
But not make it right or make it wrong, but they was rapping about what was happening every day in their community. Now that we got cell phones with cameras on them, you can see that they were telling the truth. And you're right. Rap was about dancing and fashion. And then it became about lyricism. Culture, and that's how Biggie, Pac, and Jay went to the top. They were lyrics. And Nas, they were lyrics. Now all you need is a good hook and a good beat, and you a rapper.
And a bitch and a Draco in the video.
That's it. That's it. But a lot of people want to be independent, but even when they're independent, they still ain't rapping positive. Because before, the record label was guiding them on what to say, because drama sells, violence sells. Yeah. So they were letting them do that. But now people want to be independent, and they still are not rapping. Like, for instance, Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, to me, are one of the two best lyricists we got out right now. But when you come to Young Thug or somebody of that caliber, they might sell out more shows because it all come with drama.
Yeah.
Period.
That's the sad part.
That's the sad part.
How much influence that these guys have, and they using the umbrella of hip hop, and it's not hip hop.
Right.
You know what I mean? They just came in through the back door of hip hop. And like I said, everything changed. The money changed.
Everything, the money damn show changed.
The money changed. The way it's delivered. You know, now it's you know, they could just go ahead, like you said.
Look at Soulja Boy. He got it. He became a rapper off YouTube.
And then what was that? Chief Keef. He
was
on house arrest. Went platinum in his grandma's living room.
But think about and here's the other thing. Think about how bad this shit is. I'm gonna name three motherfuckers. I'm gonna name Soulja Boy. I'm gonna name fucking Bow Wow. And I'm gonna name Breezy. He a singer, I know, but he was the dancing, singing kid.
Yeah.
What's Soulja Boy was the you.
Yeah.
And Superman that hoe.
Yeah.
He was a little kid. Bow Wow, we remember when he came in the game, Harlem shaking and shit with the braids and all of that.
Yeah.
But because they want to keep up with the times, now they gotta have this tough persona. All three of which are now claiming to be in the blood gang.
Yeah, they want to align themselves with they're going backwards. You got the cats that was in the hood that wanted to get out. You know what I mean? Now you got the guys who make it, and now they want to go back to the hood and claim that shit. You know, Lil Wayne did it. Like you said, it's like why in the hell would you do something like that?
No guidance, man.
That makes
ain't no strong, ain't no. You got to think about it. When I was young, when I turned on my television, I saw a strong black man and a strong black woman. Good times. George Jefferson, Cosby Show, even Leave It to Beaver. Look what's on TV now. There's no strong black men teaching our young black men how to be men. These are males and boys that we're dealing with. These are not men.
This is
a man designed to cultivate, to build. These guys are not doing that. They tearing down. we're being raised by women. They're not being raised by men. So therefore they can't be a good man. And they're going with society and friendship and everything else is telling them. And they're trying to have status or quote some kind of status, some kind of self-claim because they feel less than.
The aftermath
of raised by the internet and by the system.
That part.
And that's why I say I disagree with you, Aubrey. They're the warrior class, but they have been paid off. What do you have when you have a warrior that's been paid off? You have the most corrupt individual in the community.
That's not a warrior, though.
A bully. Yeah, he's from a warrior caste. So you're not catching what I'm saying. We have a caste system. Everybody has a pecking order. If we were all hanging out together and we've been together for years, we know who can fight, who can't. We know who's going to run. We know who's going to run when a nigga pull out a knife. We know who's going to have a gun, and we're going to have to say, I don't shoot him right now. We know the pecking order. That's what I'm saying. And the same thing Craig is saying. We're saying the same thing in different levels, but there's no initiation process. There is no initiative program saying this is who you are.
Right.
Be who you are. You don't have to do what this guy is doing to make it. You can be yourself and make it. Cut your own path, right? All these dudes getting money, like you said, and then they want to come back and be flossing on the hood. Those are garbage individuals. I agree with you on that.
That's why look at Young Dog. Look at Young Dog. He got killed in his own community.
You want to throw money in my face because I don't have it yet?
That's what Boozy said. He said most of these guys get killed at home.
At home, Young Dog got killed in his own community. That's crazy.
Yeah, I agree with you, Driz. What I'm saying is this: they supposed to be the warrior caste, the warrior class. We saying the same thing.
They're born from the loins. The bloodline's there. They just don't got the direction.
That's what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is those ain't warriors if what they putting out into the air is to misdirect the next generation of what's supposed to be warriors.
Now that's where the culpability
you just think because you
industry comes in, because they were the organized crime syndicate just 2 generations ago.
Here we go.
They were the mafia.
Go ahead.
What Tank? Let Tank say something.
I'm just saying, this cat think he a combat veteran from Iraq and shit. He can sit up here and say who a warrior and who ain't. Some motherfuckers just got it in their heart. All right.
I think I checked all the boxes.
But here's the irony of that. I would never go there, and here's why. After having worked in corrections, one of the first things they train us in is STGs. They don't call them gangs. They call them security threat groups, because they want to escalate this thing beyond just people clicking up for protection and for a family type feel and all that, right? Taking care of each other. So these STGs, they're showing footage of this guy went to the U.S. Army. This guy fought 3 tours in the Marine Corps, came back with the weapons and munitions training and trained the such and such Crips, trained the such and such Pyrus, trained the vice lords in this neighborhood, right? And so I don't know if you ever heard of a movie from the 70s.
The Spook Who Sat by
the Door, right?
Yeah.
Right. So now Stanley Greenleaf's vision it was starting to come true in the late 80s to late 90s. And now all of a sudden now you got us turning on each other and having wars in the streets on a whole nother level in certain cities more than others. And then the police is already a militarized foreign agency that's on U.S. soil in every type of municipality, every county, whatever you want to call it. They're all corporations. And so these corporate armies are all aiming their weapons at us. And we killing each other at a higher rate than they could ever do it.
Somebody put this guy on CNN.
This is what I'm.
But who's behind it is always the same hand.
But that's what I'm saying.
We can't say it because I ain't gonna get us kicked off YouTube.
But dig it.
That's the former mafia, and it wasn't the Italians. I will put that there.
But that's what I'm saying.
But I'm just saying, the ones who ran the syndicate.
But that's
now the record company owners.
But this is what I'm saying. Neither them or anybody like them or doing us or anybody else in any favors. It's because of the shit that they doing in those other gangs that you got those 20,000 stops. It's because of the shit that's going on in New York, the crime that was there before, which is why you got the fucking stop and frisk shit going on like that.
All right, let me say it to you like this, please. Shit rolls downhill.
Yeah,
if you get money and you already had a name in the streets, and let's say I own the label, I put you on. Whatever you're doing, whatever you got coming in from all sides, right? Everybody else wants to be like you. So it's trickling off your head like the anointing oil running down to the rest of the people underneath, right? They're trying to get where you got. So these people use you as the mouthpiece, the soldier, the example, to go and influence these others. And some of them ain't gonna never be as gifted as you as a rapper, let's say. They're never gonna be able to make a beat. They're just not talented that way. But they can get into some hood activity and be affiliated with you, and you drop their name on a verse, and now boom, they made in the hood. So that's all that matters to them. People will just give them money. And now we're dealing with RICO.
That's like me, Chad.
We talking about charges like extortion, embezzlement, fraud, all the stuff we see in the hood, right? But it rolls downhill. We learned this from a certain group of people who's
wait for the Tekashi 6ix9ine in his clip to start ratting out everybody.
We got some feedback.
Wait for the Tekashi 6ix9ine in his clip. Who got their mic up, man? You got your.
That was me, fellas, on the other phone. My bad. That's the people want to tune in. They want to know the link.
Okay. So listen, y'all let's get back to the RICO.
Okay.
We were saying about
ramifications. Y'all go ahead and do the RICO. Put y'all on hold. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
Ramifications of the bigger group. Y'all started to say what effect y'all were talking about. What effect this is going to end up having?
Yeah, I mean, my thing is these kids are the aftermath of the dudes from our era, the kingpins. These are crack babies.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Which they're admitting now was a misnomer. They lied about that. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm just saying they had no guidance.
Right.
Being raised in the hood, single parent, household. This is the aftermath of all that. When Jay-Z was, talk about moving all this weight and stuff like that, pumping heroin and all that in the streets. We had those cats, all the dudes, from our era or whatever. These are the kids from that, and now they kicking it up a notch. We so-called had gangster rap. Now they got drill. It's a whole nother level. It's like we can't even comprehend the kind of beef that they have. Like it's normal. Craig said it's normal to roll up in a dude, in Atlanta in his crib if he don't have a stick. You know what I mean? A switch, a drum.
Yeah, how you gonna play gangster if you ain't got one? You can't play gangster if you ain't got the equipment.
Yeah, you can't even tell. How you gonna tell him to stand down? You can't talk to a kid who got a drum. You know what I mean? It's too far gone right now, and I guess this is going to set an example. Like this is what your ass gonna get. Now he was the guy to look at. Now he's the guy to look at to not, get caught up. Like now you got to start watching what you say. And now a lot of people are trying to go back and scrub their damn history, online because you get hit with a fucking RICO. Hey man, they could do some time traveling on your ass.
Niggas need to just go back to polka dots. That's all I'm saying.
Wow. Come on, man.
Niggas need to go back to polka dots because
I don't know if we could go back that far, man, because
the supposed condition. The supposed
culture
culture is fucked up. It used to be about fun. Every other week we hear about one of these motherfuckers dying.
Yeah.
Who was it? Trouble?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was some sad shit, dog.
Yeah.
Every other fucking week, man. It's a rapper dying.
He was laying up with a chick, and the dude that did he break in or did he have a key?
Well, what it was is, Trouble, he local. Okay. But I got two of his mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? I banged it from time to time. He done does some stuff with Lucci, everybody. Yeah. But from what I'm hearing on what the news got to say, he was over a female house kicking it. The dude that she used to talk to, who I guess been fronting the bill or whatever for,
yeah,
she got an argument with her. She probably was disrespectful to him. I don't know. He pop up over there with the stick. I guess Trouble was there, said some things. Trouble go to leave, and he shot him. One story say he shot him in the car. Another story say he shot him in the girl's apartment, but they ended up getting him a couple of days later. His mother made him turn himself in.
Yeah.
See?
But it's at the end of the day, it's senseless. You get what I'm saying? It's senseless.
Yeah.
Who's the other one? What is his name? YFN Cash?
The dude from New York?
I don't know him.
It was
a drill. You talk about that little drill rapper from the West Coast, the dude who got shot in the pharmacy in New York in the Bronx. That shit I sent y'all. Y'all see that shit? They actually showed the shooting. They said he was flossing.
Oh, yeah.
He was flossing online.
Yep.
In New York, out of bounds, about his stacks, and they fucking geotagged his ass. They found him, ran up on him,
geotagged,
and tried to snatch his chain or whatever. And he's like backing up, trying to go behind the counter at the pharmacy, and dudes start dumping on him.
Jesus.
That's the street life. I was just in Nashville, and I met a couple of dudes there, and I asked about Young Buck, because that's where he's from, and I like Young Buck.
Oh, yeah.
And what these guys told me is he get no respect in the city no more.
Seriously?
No respect. And that's because, you know, he was hot. His first album went platinum, I think. 50 got all his rights, though, to all his music. So he broke. So I guess he went on Twitter or something or called 50 crying, and 50 recorded it, posted it. Yeah. That made him look like a clown. Then remember last year before last, he got caught with that transsexual.
Yeah.
God damn.
So from what they was telling me, he don't get no respect. He had a nerve to beat on his baby mama or his girlfriend. So when he come to the hood, they jumped him. Remember, they took his chain.
Damn.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So he did all that gangster rap to floss. But at the end of the day,
can't come home.
Not only is you broke, you ain't got the respect in your own city no more.
Yeah.
I made a mistake on another cat name. It was FBG Cash.
Oh yeah.
FBG Cash, Chicago rapper.
Yeah.
Shot on camera, chain snatched, all this shit.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying, man. At some point, we gotta fucking point out that there's something wrong with this supposed culture, man. It's a fucking death culture. And this is what the kids growing up. They ain't listed.
But we can't.
We don't have teen summits and shit as an alternative anymore.
Right.
Go ahead.
I just don't like when people put that under the umbrella of hip hop.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I want to put this shit like this is a sidecar. You know what
I mean?
Like,
this culture. That's a culture call.
No, I'm with you. No, I'm with you. As a matter of fact, what do you got you on ECPO? This is what I'm saying.
ECPO, man.
Nah, you ECPO. Nah, you right. Let's not put it on hip hop, but this shit is theme music to the bullshit.
Gotcha.
It's theme music for the bullshit. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, we can call it that. Theme music to the bullshit, not hip hop. It's theme music to the bullshit. It's that white noise. You know
but how we gonna stop the bullshit? Can we stop it? It looks hopefully we can't stop it.
Hopefully this will send a message. Like, man, y'all gonna have to come up with something else.
But see, that's a good question that Cat Daddy just levied, because what's the brother's name? Drizzy, you gonna know what I'm talking about. Wise Intelligent was at a hip hop summit. What was he? Poor Righteous Teachers, Driz?
Yeah, PR.
Yeah.
Poor Righteous Teachers.
Yeah.
And he said, how you gonna expect the kid not to do this when he won't carry a package across the street for $500? He said, our people are in want of all things. You know what I'm saying? And I think the problem is that this is all, you know, we talked about them coming to the hood and flossing, but they the only ones coming.
Yeah.
Think about it.
I hate when cats like, man, I'm be the first person to bring such and such to the hood. Like, if you ain't seen it there, it shouldn't probably be there. You know what I mean? Now the robbers know who to rob. Dummy, yeah. What are you doing? You know, I just saw fucking Fat Joe doing something. He was at a jewelry store. He just copped a watch. Dude said it cost $400,000.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, man, you too old. You know what I'm saying? You of our generation. Now you trying to keep up with these kids doing all this stupid shit, man.
Wilding up there, boy.
Man,
if he's still in New York, they wild.
Yeah. But it's just sad, man, how, you know, they bring it back to the damn RICO, right? That they taking it this far. because, like you said, man, we seen it, but normally it's held for kingpin status. This dude isn't a fucking kingpin.
Well, I think what shit. I'm just saying, it's all
still
coming.
getting some feedback.
It's all coming.
Chris, you got both your phones on, man. Turn one of your phones down, man. We got some crazy feedback, man.
Put my phone on, man.
No, I'm just saying it's all coming back to him, though. I think that's what it is, man. You know, why they going after this cat? Because it don't look like homeboy about to raise his head above water no time soon, if at all.
They saying the best he could do is probably a plea deal. Once the
that's
feds get
that's
involved,
35.
Shit, I mean, once you start looking at those everything that's written under this Title 18 of the RICO law, I mean, just it's everything in the kitchen sink. Like if they could just point the finger at people, pretty much.
Yeah.
and you're just caught up in something. And like the investigator journalist said, is that they indicted like 20-something people. You can't pay for 20-something defenses at the same time.
That's
Somebody is going to flip. Somebody's going to get a shittier attorney, and somebody's going to take a fucking deal and turn state's evidence. Like, you're fucked. What did
they say? I think they said that.
Are they going after his whole record label or all the artists on the record label or what?
They're going after whatever sticks.
Yeah,
like,
whatever sticks, man. Craig, when they put the RICO on you, man, they could go anything you put online, anything you did on Twitter, anything you did, on wax. They got access to it. Like Ob said, they're gonna start playing his records in court.
Wiretaps in the whole nine.
Anybody you made a phone call to, man, they get looked at.
Wiretaps in the whole nine.
Did you during that interview? They also said that somebody did these cats extra dirty. They said one of the COs slipped in a phone that was fucking tapped.
That was tapped.
And these motherfuckers was talking mighty loose on that damn phone, thinking, we got it in on the back end. And now they got that too.
And that's how it was coming back to Thugger, because that's how they got that information about them trying to get his approval to do a hit on Lucci. You know what I mean? But, you got to listen, man. You got to think. They said, we're going back to what the Cuddy just said. They said that this cat and Gunna got the best two fucking lawyers. Everybody else got the bullshit. that's left over. So they don't know how they gonna fare.
Right. I mean, with those wiretaps, I'm gonna tell you a story, like a brief story.
Okay, because when he first came out, he was signed to Birdman, right?
I think so. I didn't even follow none of these young cats, man. I just
how he ended up in that dress.
Was signed to Birdman. So are they going to try to for him too?
It depends on what they got. Who's going to give the best? What they can get. They'll wrap everybody up if they can.
They like he real quiet.
RICO is huge, man. This
they got
is huge.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. My bad. Yeah, I was gonna say somebody I used to work for doing security. There was indictments that rolled down through their business, right?
Okay.
The main owner, who really was protected and listed as a minority owner, had a conversation with the majority owner. Majority owner I know personally, quite a bit of my life from Youngstown. They were literally talking about bulldogs because they breed bulldogs, they sold bulldogs. They used that as evidence in the trial to say that they were discussing weights and measures of substances.
It's how they shape it. That's all. I mean, what's the saying? How the saying goes? A good, a good attorney knows the law. A great attorney knows the judge.
There you go.
And golf with him every Wednesday.
Yeah. And this is what it's going to come down to, man. Who, call in the best favor. You know what I mean? Cash in all your chips and go back to what Tank was saying. He can't foot the bill for the whole YSL team.
No.
He can't do that because they could string this out. This is what, remember they was trying to get Irv Gotti. Remember they went after him? They were bleeding them dry.
They broke his ass.
Yeah, they busted up Murder Inc. on some shit because he was affiliated with old buddy who's now doing life.
They rated Murder
Supreme
Inc.
McGriff.
Yes,
They
Supreme.
rated Murder Inc., Rap-A-Lot, and Death Row the same day.
See?
Yep.
At the same time.
Hey, man, I'll say this. I do believe this is a conspiracy to take out brothers with cash. I do, man. Hey, look, man. Look at this shit, man. This is okay. Check this shit out, right? Just to go with my conspiracy, man in the myth. Tell me what you think about this man in this myth. So this ain't got nothing to do with this. But look at LeBron. LeBron been clean cut for the goddamn longest.
Yeah.
The goddamn longest. Now all of a sudden, 2 bitches came out and said that they was fucking that man before he got married, and that somebody got shot right in front of his fucking school.
Got killed.
Got killed. Thank you for the correction, young brother. Got killed in front of the school, his school, in fucking what is that? Kent or
Akron.
Akron.
Yeah, white boy got stomped to death, man.
You see what I'm saying?
He got beat to death.
And they bringing that back to LeBron, who it wasn't nobody wearing a LeBron 19 when they stomped that motherfucker. So how did he come back to LeBron except for so you just starting to see it's funny how all of these cats, man, something comes back around to him. Eddie Griffin did an interview and he said none of us are able to leave clean.
Yeah,
go ahead, bro.
Oh my God, you and Ed, y'all went right where I wanted y'all to go. I'm like, okay. So look, man, I had just commented when we did the thing on Lil Bronny.
Okay.
And I was talking about how he had one wife, he'd been with her forever, no scandal, and then this. So I apologize, LeBron.
For putting that out there.
Time I could come to the grocery store, I could be the first customer, the only customer. As soon as I'm getting out my car, like 20 cars pull up. It's like that everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
My bad, LeBron. No. But yeah, that you're right. Eddie Griffin, you went to the right man and everything. Him and Dick Gregory just said, he said, athletes and entertainers are the filthiest people on the planet. He said, I don't hang out with neither of them. So when you got one that's not like that, his no stories, like you said, and then all of a sudden, all the controversy with the Lakers. He keeps hinting to wanting to go to the Warriors.
Come on, man.
He could write his own ticket anywhere. He's the first man to ever do it. He's changed the entire scope of the league and the landscape of the league, the mentality of the players.
Yeah, negotiating now. Now he gave the players, somewhat rights.
Right. I'm just saying, you got brothers on both sides of the law.
Right.
That's catching it, man. And it's maybe that and look, I'm just gonna go with what the journalist said. I believe that cop getting shot is what open up this whole shit, man. Yeah. It triggered this whole fucking thing. It was like, oh, these niggas shooting cops now. they not thinking, ain't nobody thinking that he just might be the one crazy nigga.
And was it Sheedy?
Yeah.
Sheedy.
He hinted, and he did it so slick. That wasn't just the shooting, but the way that it was done, and the way the dude acted after he did it, and thinking that he was going to post bail. And until because the judge's interpretation was exactly what I guarantee you they predicted. Yeah, you go do this, blah 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 blah. You untouchable, nigga. Yeah. And then when it came down, I was like, nah, we can't bond you out.
But he also said that they gave him a bond, and he like that raised holy hell. You know what I mean? It was like,
that's
hold
what I'm saying. Sorry, I didn't say it that way, but that's what I meant. Yeah. But the way that the judge interpreted the law was that she had to let him out. Yep. She had to post a bail.
Yep.
But people said,
hell no.
And see, this go back to what the brothers have been saying. When we do some shit, it ain't no fucking lone gunman. When you get one of them that goes shoot up a fucking school or something, it was a outlier.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, that stove.
Did you see that those congressmen saying that reason why all this violence, these mass shootings is because of rap music?
But that's
And I was like, was they listening to
Columbine.
NWA on January 6th? You know,
Right.
what is your theory? Come on, you can't cut it both ways, man. You cannot have it.
Man,
You know what I'm
every
saying?
fucking thing
And say
come
that
back
shit.
to
You
us.
can't do that, man. Like, are you serious?
Right.
Really?
Everything came back to us. Because well, let's go back to Luke. Didn't they say that the images on his album covers and the lyrics would make men rape bitches or some shit like that?
That's why we got the sticker.
Come on, son.
Somebody play Thuggish Ruggish Bone right quick.
Right.
The beginning of Thuggish Ruggish Bone.
So you telling me
rappers?
So you telling me if I hear don't stop, pump that pussy, let me see you, I'm gonna go out and just tackle a bitch.
You about to go out there and start shooting up some shit.
I'm gonna tackle a bitch and come on, man.
They brought it back to. I'm saying, man, bullshit you not, man. They talking about hip hop is part of the reason why we having these mass shootings.
Man, listen, man.
For these mass shootings, you already know.
Yeah,
I gotta say, fuck C. Dolores Tucker all over again.
Right. Anything but the motherfucker's reason that he wrote in the manifesto. Why he did it.
Not one Biggie quote, not one Tupac quote,
not one.
None of that in his manifesto. But yet we're gonna tie it back to hip hop.
No brother Lynch hung. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah,
but we're gonna take it back. Not because this cat said that white people was being replaced by immigrants. But then he went and shot up all the niggas. So you can't win.
Right.
Can't win, man.
Thank you.
And then they forgot about it. They was like, send somebody out there to kill some other people so we don't have to talk about these niggas no more.
Pretty much.
I'm telling you, man, it
makes no sense, man. Yeah, it makes no sense how they try to tie it in. I was like, rap music.
They said that white boy went out there and shot all them niggas, and all they can talk about was Ice-T. That nigga hasn't made an album in 19 goddamn years. And we talking about Ice goddamn T. Ice goddamn T made Opie go out and shoot all of them niggas up in that grocery store. Because these niggas was out of mayonnaise. That was the niggas.
Oh shit!
Great.
You can't tell me to put some Mooney on this shit. That's what I go into it. Look at the cutty. We gonna have to do a compilation of Moonies. We'll put some Mooney on it. We got to do
Mooney on.
I'm gonna come in this bitch with a head wrap on like at the start.
Unbelievable. When I heard that, man, I was at work when I heard it. And I like stopped what I was doing. I was like, yeah, he just said that shit.
I can't believe I possessed a light skinned nigga. Of all the people I could have came back to life and possessed, I possessed a fat light skinned nigga. Go ahead.
You're a fool for that. Like I said, they never said anything about hip hop music during these.
A light skinned nigga who just had a heart attack.
Hearings.
I'm about to die all over again.
You going to hell, man.
I'm talking about myself.
I know, that's why you going to hell.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Because now they're having the hearings now for January 6th for the riot, the insurrection. Like motherfuckers literally tried to overthrow the government.
But you know what? Hey, I'm glad you just said that. Once again, man in the myth. Here we go. What's to say that all of this shit ain't nothing but a red herring and a smoke screen to get everybody's attention off of that January 6th shit? Because you got Republicans. The one chick, I forget what her name is, the one congresswoman sat up there and was like, yo, my party members is fucked up. Y'all know what it was. They look, and it's the thing. They got a white girl up in there crying. The chick that was the police officer, blonde hair, blue eyes, crying her ass like this is what happened and blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, damn, y'all decided to do this when Amber Heard got fucked and ain't nobody really believing white chicks like that. But what I'm saying is, yeah, man, what's to say that this shit ain't a fucking smoke screen?
So you took the words right out of my brain. I believe in part it is a distraction. But some interesting things to note historically. Ronald Reagan, when defining what the Constitution spoke of as the people, was actually referring to the people. The current president sitting said that the people are defined as those who are members of the government. So now I just want you to ponder that and let that simmer in your mind for a second, okay? Before we make any judgment. And the Constitution makes provision for them to overthrow a tyrannical government. So in their minds, I believe that they were doing what they thought was right. Do I agree with them? No, I just wanted to pop some popcorn and sit back and watch the shit go down. And it was great entertainment.
When we did the Hordes of Hillbillies episode, Driz, I said the same shit. I said, look, I get it. I said, I get it. I said, this man summoned the Horde of Hillbillies.
Yeah.
Because he felt like the shit was fixed. And they felt like they was being fucking super patriots. I'm not agreeing with it, but I kind of get it. If you see how
they were all fixed,
they fuck us over. These politicians.
If they weren't all fixed, Dick Gregory would have been president instead of Nixon. I'm just saying, the data is there. People can argue, but you can't argue with data. You can go read that for yourself if you're watching and you don't understand or agree, or just want to be informed. But yeah, if they weren't all rigged, Dick Gregory would have been president in the 60s.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, that's when they get into that back and forth about that particular aspect, I just laugh because that's all I can do. I'm like, you really think that all of these are fair and democratic elections?
Right.
And then you want to talk about democracy for the last 14 months, knowing this is a republic. This started as a republic, and you can add all those other things to it afterwards, but it was a republic first. And the Republican Party was started by our people, by the way. That's real talk. But now they're not the same people. Don't get confused. But yeah, when they, like you said though, when they were marching or they were descending upon the Capitol on January 6th, where was the rap music?
Yeah.
What was
the soundtrack? Yeah, what was the soundtrack?
Now,
what gang leader was making the call?
Right. Now, let me say this. I said what I said about, it being a deaf culture and things like that and the influence, because I think we do need to take a look. Now, at the same time, let me say this half of it. I still can't really co-sign the RICO shit. Because, again, that cat Dylan Roof, when he went up into that church in South Carolina, killed those 5 black people, he had a manifesto that was naming these white supremacist groups. Who the fuck went after them? This cat that walked up into that grocery store said he was inspired by Dylan Roof. So he was looking at a lot of the same shit that he was. They say that all of these 4chan and 8chans, when you go on there, it ain't nothing but motherfuckers talking crazy and making threats against black people and other groups. But other groups, which is wrong. Right. But I'm specifically speaking about our people. Where the fuck is the RICO for that? Why is it this? You see what I'm saying?
This is why I wanted us to talk about this, because they're talking about that investigative journalist was saying they can charge people that's already doing time for shit. And they could tie them into Young Thug, like you was affiliated with him during this time period, and stack charges on him. Mm-hmm. So you got cats that's already sitting down that could get more time behind this shit if they caught up in that indictment.
And that's the thing. I'm glad you mentioned that, because how many? How many? Go ahead, Craig. Go ahead, Craig.
No, I was saying that's crazy because according to the news, Young Thug is just sitting in jail. He could be sitting in jail over a year before he even go to trial.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they say he's a flight risk. Him and God, they won't give him bars.
But they said a lot of these.
Before they even officially charge him, which is a denial of due process. I mean, there's a lot. Listen, we're talking about the biggest crime syndicate in the world.
You talking about the U.S. government?
Going after people for being a part of a criminal syndicate.
There you go.
The irony behind this is
crazy. It's crazy.
Beyond me.
But this is the thing. They said that cats is already being punished. It's like they just trying not to let these motherfuckers out. This is my thing. If they get these motherfuckers on this shit, niggas is about to start rapping about their Adidas again.
There you go. There you go. That's what I'm saying, man. You got to focus on this space, because if this shit flies,
I'm gonna get to stomping in my Air Force. Ain't gonna be no more gangster music.
Motherfuckers gonna go back to Kid and Play. Ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Dancing this shit. Get on down.
That's where they're going.
They want to be safe. They want safe rap. That's what they want.
Happy rap.
The kids is listening to it.
I'm glad you guys have that kind of faith.
Listen,
I'm glad you have that kind of faith that we will resiliently bounce back, because in history it shows that there would be a bunch of replacement hitters that have a little lighter complexion and a little less rhythm, but they might, they might actually enhance.
The Island Boys. I'm an island boy.
Man, please don't do that shit on here. Hey, man, now you in history. Now you caught up in the timeline. They're going to use this in your court case. You said that shit. Now you tied to them jokers. That's what your ass get. See, y'all? You play too damn much, man. You act like these damn kids out here, man. The world is watching. The World Wide Web, Craig.
So I can make sure I'm straight for my flight. And because I'm flying out of here in a couple hours.
Okay.
Man. You got safe travels, brother.
Talking with you, brother.
All right, Cat Daddy.
Right on, Cat Daddy.
Get y'all fellas doing your thing. I'm always gonna support you every day, all day.
Yes, sir. Come back anytime.
Yes, sir. Anytime, man.
We'll talk, man. We're gonna talk, and maybe next show we're gonna really turn up on.
Right on.
Sounds good.
Right on.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Right on.
Get your ass to the airport, man.
Yeah, I'm saying they didn't ever want their kids looking like fucking Post Malone, rapping with tattoos and shit all over their face.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't want that
until that check cleared.
You ever see The Boys? You seen the new season of The Boys?
Yeah, I'm on it.
When Mother's Milk Mother's Milk was talking to the CIA bitch, and they referenced the drugs being put into the black community.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, I knew about it. It was supposed to go no further than the black community, and not white communities.
Yep. Yeah.
Same with the music.
Ain't no secret.
Yeah, that's just how it went down. You know,
Iran.
We that's a whole nother episode.
No, I'm saying it's just the same with the music.
Contra, all
yeah,
that
I wasn't going. I'm just saying it's the same with the music. They didn't want that shit leaving.
No.
If they could, motherfuckers would still be worshiping. Motherfuckers born in 2015 would still worship Elvis Presley.
Yeah,
well, they got a fucking movie coming out about it.
Why you think is there's always a how can I say it, a lighter version. You know, we got the Eminems, you got the Justin Timberlake.
Mm-hmm.
You know, last time I checked, Yin Yang Twins did twerking first. You know, whistle while you twerk, and then Miley Cyrus came out, and all of a sudden it's this new phenomenon. But Cats in the Hood was like, hold on, how's she gonna reinvent something that was already invented?
Right, with no ass.
That's
long backs. You know,
right?
You know. Yeah, that was.
Eminem said it in Sing for a Moment. These ideas are nightmares for white parents whose worst fear is a child with dyed hair, who has earrings.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
when he talked about how he was dating his I guess his former wife or whatever. They hated him because he was a rapper, but then once that money came in, they were all patting him on the back, like, "Hey, that's my son-in-law." Right. You know, he was like, he knew the game. He knew about his white privilege. And right, you know, inside the hip hop culture, you know, he understood.
And that's no diss to Eminem or Yellow Wolf or any of the other
none at all
rappers. Just saying that's what these other culprits, like I said, the syndicate that was before the syndicate, running the syndicate.
We seen this, and when I was a kid, I used to always wonder why the hell Little Richard was always so mad. You know what I mean? Yeah. He always wanted his flowers or whatever. And I realized that he got jacked by fucking Elvis.
By everybody.
Yeah, everybody. You know what I mean? So that's like, and I thought it was funny.
Rock and roll. He created rock and roll.
Yes, and I thought he was just this delusional, dude or whatever. But then I realized, do a little deep dive and realized, shit, he had every right to be upset at all those award shows. Like, why the fuck y'all ain't acknowledging me? I started this shit, but yet, fast forward now, did y'all see the previews for that new Elvis movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This shit looked crazy. Man, the way the angles and how they shot him, and it looks deep. It looks deep. I ain't gonna even see that shit. It looks deep.
I can't wait to see it. I ain't gonna lie.
But it's just one of those, our culture gets fucking pillaged.
That's like that Johnny Cash movie. Yeah. Yeah, it does, man. It does.
Time and time again, it's not a shock to me anymore. It's just sad how they come back out and be like, "Oh, this is the new." Like, no, we've been doing this shit.
Right.
You know, if y'all get a chance, go back and listen to it was
Most
I think
Def.
not Most Def, but Andre 3000, and I think it was Lil Wayne, and I forget somebody else, a bunch of heavy hitters. This song called Hollywood Divorce. And they talk about how Hollywood takes all our shit. And then he was like, what we got to do is just keep coming up with funky. Had Devin the Dude on there too. I think he was singing the hook. Dope ass song, Hollywood Divorce. It explains it.
Most Def, rock and roll.
Yeah.
He said, my great grandmother grew up on a reservation. My grandmother grew up on the plantation. They sing songs for relaxation. They say songs for inspiration. They sing songs to keep their minds off of their fucked up situation. I am hip hop. I am rock and roll. Elvis Presley ain't got no soul.
But look, fast forward to 2022. Look where we're at now.
Yeah.
They're throwing the book. Throwing the book at this kid, man. They couldn't get him straight up and down. Like, dude, just raid his house. He got felonies, multiple felonies in his house. Nah, they going after, like they said, cut off the head. You know.
And what Sheedy said, got to be repeated also, man. Any type of lawyer, the worth his salt, would have went in there himself and said, you got all this lean in here?
Yeah.
All these guns? Yeah. At least I'm throwing them in my trunk. I'm going to get rid of this shit myself.
Motherfucker had a wheelbarrow.
Yeah. Yeah. The van outside. I'm like, why is this attorney taking all his shit out?
Why is your swimming pool purple?
Facts. Facts. Because they said he had like wholesale shit, not just for personal use. He had wholesale shit in his house, and was just like, dude, you on that permissive scene like that? God dang, man, for real. But hey, man, I wish this young fella. I can't even say wish him well because minimum, what, 20?
20? Shit. You know, when they start talking about them RICO years, man, I mean.
I got you. You pretty much, you just a done deal.
They gave New York, 200? They gave him a 2 football field deal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I wonder, because, you know, with like federal time, you have to do like, what, 10 out of the 12 you have to do 10 out of every 12 months they give you or something like that.
Damn.
But with state time, you know, it can dramatically fall off. So I mean, since these are state RICO charges, I mean, if this motherfucker gets a lot of time, you know, you could be looking at like 200 years, but eligible for parole in 15.
But I don't know, because they changed. It's Atlanta. They said that they are the only ones who have this strict RICO law so far in place. Like, all this stuff is new. Them hitting cats like this with this RICO. That's why I was like, man, we got to pay attention to this because it's a test case. All this stuff is new. You know, they're like, Atlanta's the only one that has it on the books, and if it works. Hey, man, coming to a theater near you.
Can I just say
nothing to pay attention to, man? You are illegal. You're black. You are illegal. Leave the country. There is nothing that you have to do for them to just like snatch your ass up. I mean, like, it's America. Like, we didn't like legally grab your ass up and throw you in jail and just say, hey, you know what? He might be a terrorist.
This is why we were pushing hard on you, Ab, about that stop and frisk. Yeah, because that kind of shit leads to, hey, man, he was resisting arrest, so I had to choke him out.
Oh, no.
Can I just say,
go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry. Atlanta, don't focus on the city. There's a region there, and there's a system, even within a system there. Like, I'm not trying to be too overly deep, but I'm gonna tell y'all what I know. When I lived in Orlando, that's part of that region too. There was a guy that shot a cop, point blank, Mac 11. It was went on a hunt for him for 4 weeks. Ex-baby mom got mad because he was laid up with another chick in the hotel room. Told on him. Boom. They got him. They wouldn't even let Orange County pick him up. They sent the feds from Atlanta. I'm gonna repeat it one more time. They sent the feds from Atlanta to pick him up, to take him there to be tried. because he needed to have a fair trial. There is a region there, and if you in that southern region, it's going to apply at some point in time. I'm just telling you what I know.
Well, like I said, man,
that's
that's
where
where
rappers from the other little states around there, they might want to pay attention to that.
Right, let's not lose sight. That's where the KKK started.
So, no, right on. Dig it.
Yeah, I didn't even. Yeah.
So let's just put that out there and go ahead, brother Ob.
The birthplace, it's just birthplace of justice.
Don't worry, he's gonna get a fair trial.
Yeah, he's gonna get a fair trial.
He's gonna get a fair trial.
Fair and equitable.
Right, he's gonna get a fair trial.
Get his day in court.
Don't worry about Jesse Lee. He's gonna get a fair trial. Look, so no, I wasn't saying that I agree. I was using it as an example. As far as the stop and frisk, what I am saying is this, because I mean I got another side of it. There's a cat by the name of Corey Pegues. I heard his interview on Combat Jack. He used to be a member of the Supreme Team, and ended up becoming a cop later on in life. And he was talking about how, you know, a lot of people didn't like stop and frisk, but the crime rate was fucking down. And my thing is this is all I'm saying. I'm not necessarily saying I agree with it because, you know, people get caught up in anything. And in New York, man, they could arrest you for any fucking thing anyway. If you stand in one place on the sidewalk for too long, they can get you. What I'm saying is at some point, man, we're going to have to figure out how to deter these type of motherfuckers and to stop them from doing the bullshit. 20,000 stops is wrong in a black area. What's that? Where Mike Brown got murdered at? They said it was the same type of thing going on down there, where, you know, that was
police profiling.
Yeah, that was a little more sinister because that's how they got their money. They were hitting people with those tickets. It wasn't
what I'm
stop
saying?
and frisk. They were giving people tickets, and it was like, dude, I can't afford to pay this ticket, so boom, and they locked their ass up.
Right. Violation of the RICO Act.
Yeah. I'm just speaking on targets. I'm just speaking on targets. What I'm saying is this: I don't agree with none of that shit because innocent people get caught up in the middle of that. But we also got to talk about the innocent people that get caught up in the middle of these motherfuckers' antics.
Yeah,
because it's always innocent people, and yeah, things aren't fair with these cats dealing with. But think about it, man. We take up for these cats, the supposed community, because I don't believe it's a fucking community. That's just me.
Got you.
We fight for these people. We like, hey man, that's not right. You know what I'm saying? Treat him like you would the white boy. You know what I'm saying? Who do some dirt.
Mm-hmm.
But we ain't thinking about the people caught in the crossfire. They stupid shit.
I got you, but
that's all I meant.
This right here, this profile, how we have it up, how we have it set up, how Tank set this up is beautiful because this is it. Like, this is what you're going to get. You mess around doing this, having this kind of lifestyle, you know, perpetrating the fraud, you're going to get hit with a RICO just by even if you plan, you know, talking that shit or whatever. Yeah, you're going to get hit. It's a chance you could get hit with a fucking RICO. Not you, your homeboy could get you roped in. Right. You know what I mean? Like your homeboy could just go do some dirt and then came by to get you and y'all go get something to eat. All y'all going in.
Yeah.
Can I bring up one point of irony, which as if it's not already obvious, but I'll state the obvious. It's all right. Why do people like Dylan Roof and homeboy in Buffalo, they don't go in the hood and shoot up people like this?
They choose soft targets.
The same reason why they don't go to the service. They don't really want that smoke.
Yeah. Plus, where the fuck are they mamas supposed to get their pills from?
Right.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's
the answer I want.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, man. I used to read meters in Dallas. Absolutely.
I feel you.
I used to. This is just a testament to what y'all speaking on. I used to read meters in Dallas, in the hood. And you would see these construction trucks pull up, the work cars. See these old white cats look like foremen, look like the cat that run the construction site, the cat who run the pest control business, the cat who run this. They would all stop about a corner boy. They would stop it. You would see the handoff. I'd be reading meters looking like this. Trying not to let them see me, for they think I'm the police or something, and you would just see it. So that's a testament to what y'all saying. That's why they don't go. They go to the hood to get their bullshit.
Yeah, it's the same.
It's slumming. That's what they go there to do.
The same reason why you hear these folks arguing. Well, you lighter shade folks saying, "Why can't I say the N-word?" You can say it. Come on down to MLK and say it. MLK in Mexico. Go on down there and say it. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, as far as folks, it's they don't really want that kind of. They don't want that kind of problem. They want to like Icarus, fly close to the sun.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
But
that's real shit.
They want that, but they don't really want
an individual so concerned with the plight of his people that he wrote a manifesto concerned about being replaced by the Jews and the immigrants.
Right.
But so careful to go into a grocery store in public and shoot only the black people.
Right.
For 2 days.
Think about that.
2 days, reconnaissance. He went there, panhandled, took money from him, and then turned around and killed him. Dylan Ruth went, sat, and had service.
That's some Jason Bourne shit.
And then opened fire after service was over.
But that's what. But see, this is what I'm saying, man. It shouldn't be no black person whose knees buckle because somebody say, "Oh, you racist," when you got people walking up in your spot. If you turn around and you in a place of a business or a church service, and you know that it's all your people, but this one cat coming there one day and he just chilling a little bit too long, or he looking around it. Nah, man. Nah, fuck that.
Old school. You see something, you say something.
Right.
Like, excuse me, are you lost? Who you here with?
Right.
You know what I mean?
The parsnips are in the other aisle.
Right. Parsnips.
We ran out of elderberry 2 days ago.
Yeah, because normally if it don't look right, it ain't
elderberry. No, but
it's COVID season. We ran out of elderberry. But,
remember
when
the
shooting? Did you ever look up what kind of weapons he used?
Did you see that shit?
There was a ex-military, well, not ex, he's current military. He calculated the cost of his weapons for an 18-year-old boy to have that much weaponry, that much ammunition, and no job, no life savings.
Which one? Which one we talking
Uvalde.
Uvalde.
Oh, fuck.
We could look into any of them. Look at their ages. Look where they came from. How are they buying these? And so people, they want to target, the assault rifle. What the fuck would a rifle be for if you're not a hunter? It's for either target practice or assault. To defend against an assault. I'm just saying. Yeah. We try to act like these words mean something that they don't.
It ain't the weapon. It's the thing behind the weapon. It's not the fucking weapon.
Absolutely.
It was never about the weapon, but that's another distraction.
Right. But who paid for it? Who paid for it?
You know who paid for it? The same folks who, back in Columbine, when they were putting together their whole assault in the garage. They don't pay no bills, but they telling their parents to stay the fuck out to the garage.
Go back in there, Meemaw.
Yeah, get your ass back up in there. Yeah, you ain't pulling your car in here. Get the fuck out of here.
How many of these motherfuckers' parents is buying the shit? You come out, you see that their parents is buying.
What was the one his mama drove him there?
Come on, the cat that got off with it, and his homie bought him the shit.
That's how that works. It's it ain't a far reach. It's the parents. It's right in the house. What was that? The one parents bought him the gun for Christmas.
$9,000 worth of.
But you got to understand that white people have been preparing for the next Civil War since the last Civil War.
He shot his grandmother in the face before he went to the school.
Yeah, I'm just saying, stockpiling ammunition and food and all this other, prepping.
White
people have been doing this shit since the last.
Gotta use this goddamn shit at some point.
Right. You right.
I'm just saying, why wouldn't the same motherfuckers that set up for drugs to get pumped to the hood be the ones funding and training these little motherfuckers? That's all
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Man, all the training they need is Call of Duty. That's it. That's all they do.
It's lack of interaction with folks, man.
You might be right there.
These kids think that this is actually a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And hopefully this will be a testament and show them like, look, man, there's consequences to this bullshit. We've been trying to tell y'all, but we sound like, you know, like when we talk, dust come out our mouths now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We the old heads now. Now we trying to tell cats, man, why don't you just stop and listen for a little bit? They ain't got time for that because too much money to make. You know, you got, you know, girls doing, you know, OnlyFans and all kind of shit. It's just too much going on. They have it boils down to they have everything and nothing at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got a whole bunch of fucking nothing.
Viva la Mexico.
That's it.
That's it, man. It's sad, man. And now, you know, this dude, this is gonna be the poster child.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's it. He's gonna be the poster child. I want everybody to know that, you know, Young Thug, you know, he fell on it for everybody. He fell on it for everybody, man. Hey, man, you signed up to be the crash dummy.
I just hope motherfuckers don't follow in the cat footsteps. Because like I said, it's funny that cat was talking on Vlad. When, you know, AR-AB got caught up because of the shit he was saying. Oh,
my God. He got jammed up.
I said, this motherfucker won't shut up.
How many years he get up?
I don't think Ab coming out.
No, I think he got what? He got that Walter Payton. I think he got that 34 or something like that, man. Yep. Something easy. I was like, oh my dude.
He was just wouldn't shut the fuck up.
And the thing is, he didn't get hit with a RICO. He got hit with a diarrhea of the mouth.
Right.
Holy
fuck. Like you said, I was like, dude, he won't shut the fuck up. Like, dude, stop talking. Please stop talking.
Every fucking interview he did, I run this.
Yeah,
I got.
I'm making X amount a week. I'm doing this. Right. I got these birds coming in. It's just like
I'm the king of Philly. You know what I mean? I run this. They all do what I tell them. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God damn.
You don't even have to be in the game to realize, like, dude, you talking a little too loose.
Let me tell you something. People always point to Vlad's greatest interview. And it wasn't Boozy, which I think it was motherfucking Pee Wee Longway. This motherfucker wouldn't answer one question. And Vlad was like, well, okay, you know, goes to show you don't have to answer what I asked you.
You know who's solid. Because he talked to a lot of kingpins, man. A lot of cats who came home who done sat down for a few decades and saw how things rolled out. And they watch how they speak, and you could tell they cut from a different cloth. They from a different era, and they didn't get affected by this whole YouTube shit.
Right.
They know when. They'll tell them to move on. Watch when he interviewed Juvie. Juvie was shoving his ass along like, yeah, we ain't talking about that. Next.
Right. Mac 10.
Yeah.
Mac 10 was looking. Mac 10, I thought Mac 10 was gonna whoop his ass if he asked the wrong thing.
Yeah, they kept asking about that whole thing with R.I.C.O and you know how West Side Connection broke down. He was like, well, you know, I had a situation with his brother-in-law. Yeah, that's what it was. And you know, Vlad, you know, he wants to peel that scab.
Right.
You got certain cats who just like, hey man, enough. Certain cats just give him a look.
Right.
And he'd stop and be like, all right, the next question.
Right.
So where were you born? You know, he'll move on real quick.
Right.
You know, it's just certain. It's this era. They act like it's just them and their crew.
Because this the thing, and I'm you know I ain't gonna say you know we about done. Growing up where we grew up, we knew who was who and what happened, but we didn't ask who was who about what the fuck they did.
You didn't go run and be like, hey, do you sell drugs?
Right.
You know, like, hey,
it would be.
I noticed those rims used to be on his car.
Come on, man.
Now they on your car. Are those the same rims? You know, stupid, goofy shit. No, that didn't happen.
You did not ask, motherfucker. You knew better because you knew the cats wasn't going to take kindly to that.
Definitely.
You would be lucky if you got a motherfucker. Why you asking me?
Yeah. Yeah,
I just don't understand.
I was naive enough to do that one good time.
Wow.
And that guy that I asked what he did, 8 years later, the being Dillo murder, yeah, he was one of them guys.
See?
He told me that's what he did too. He just flat out told me because I said, "You got 2 pagers, a mobile phone because we didn't have no wireless devices back then.
Yeah,
mobile phone, the big one. He set all this down to play basketball. 45 out the waist, 9 out the other side of the waist. So I don't even know what it was on the back. A Mac 11 strapped to his leg.
Nigga, you walked in on He-Man?
Rambo knife. No, listen, Rambo knife strapped to his shin and ankle. And then a Derringer in the other shoe. And I said, you don't sell drugs. I didn't really ask him a question. I said, I just wonder what you do. He said, you ever heard of the mob, big man? He said, I'm the last guy they see when they violate. I said, you a? He said, I'm saying, look, 8 years later, I found out for sure.
Yeah.
That news broadcast, they said his name is his government name. And I said, oh.
Yeah, but it's just certain things you knew not to ask. You knew who did what. And now it's everybody want that.
But you know what threw me with that though, right?
What's up?
You don't see a dope dealer with that many firearms usually. 1 or 2 maybe, a phone, a pager. Mm-hmm. Usually it's people with him. You know what I'm saying? That also.
Yeah.
So he was alone with all that. That's why I was like, what do you do? And I was just being sarcastic, and he was like, "Oh, you ever heard?" You know, I was like, "Oh, my bad. I didn't even hear you."
Let me tell you something.
But that's just it. By living in the place that we live, man, it was like we knew what happened before the mass media knew. We knew who shot who and why they got shot.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you something. I've been walking in on shit since I was a youngin'. First time I walked in on some shit, I didn't know what the fuck was sitting on that triple beam, nor did I know what a triple beam was. And I was a kid. And I ain't gonna say the name because you motherfuckers know who it is.
Gotcha.
I walked in on some shit as I was older. I'm saying this in both occasions. It never crossed my mind to say, what was that?
Facts.
What's going on? Who was they?
Yep. Yeah, man.
Niggas be on blast like, yeah, you know. So, you know, I gave the nigga the strap. My nigga T. Murphy. You know what I'm saying?
Full name. Full name.
My nigga T. Murphy. Terrence. Put that in
Torrance
quotation.
Alonzo James.
Yeah. He'd be like, oh, man.
His mama worked downtown. His daddy worked at the mill. And yeah, it's like, what are you talking about, dude? Shut up.
Right.
Like I saw, what was that? Benzino was talking loose. He was dropping other dudes' names that's been on.
He's the worst.
He was talking about how he was down on his luck like 2 years ago, and his homeboy who did that Don Diva, what's his name? The dude with the braids, with the long locks or whatever.
The cat he got caught with at the hotel.
Yeah, he said, dude gave me, I was down on my shit. He gave me some work. I was just like, oh my God, dude, what are you talking about? This is a recent interview. About, I was down. He helped me get back on my feet. He gave me some work, man. And we was pumping out this hotel. And I was just like, oh, man.
And then he was sitting up there at the hotel. The cat was like, come on, Raymond. See, Raymond.
Stop, man.
I said, man, don't say that cat name, man.
Don't do him like that, man.
Watch the video.
Don't do him like that, man.
Watch the video.
Don't do him like that. That's foul, man. Come on, man. He was trying to bounce back, man. Don't do him like that, man.
I just heard the name.
Oh, what was that?
It's out there already.
Carvello, what was his name? That dude?
Yeah, something like that. I'm looking for it now.
Cavario, yeah. He said Cavario came and picked him up, and he's like, man, he gave me some work and helped me get back on my feet. And I was just like, oh, you just threw Cavario up under the bus. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck? This is a recent interview. Like,
let me tell you something.
You our age, man. What is wrong with you?
The coldest motherfucker to ever stay hitting, and nobody figure out who the fuck he was. Branson, nigga.
Yes, sir.
I seen that cat one time, and I can't find the interview no more. I don't know where that.
He on the Netflix doc, man. He on the Netflix documentary with Fab Five
Facts.
Yeah,
man. That's the first time I seen him, man. We heard the name Hood Legend on many rap albums.
Right.
You know,
the connect.
Never put a face to him, man.
Right. I'm shocked this cat ain't rich.
He probably
who
is.
knows?
He's just on the low.
Right.
He probably is. He's just on the low, man. That's all. Like you said, you ain't got to be, you know, they say the loudest one in the room is the weakest one.
Yeah.
The loudest one
For
in the room
sure.
get a RICO case.
Man, you're lying.
Damn. It's tragic, man. That's the definition of a tragedy, man.
Yeah, it is,
rise,
man.
You know, the platoon and
young brothers could do anything, and that's the choice. Hey, man.
I'm telling you, no matter what you gonna do, nigga, you illegal. They was gonna come after you anyway. Wasn't nothing you can do about this, bro.
Negative.
You just got too big. You just got too big.
That's it.
You just got too big. That's all it is. That's all it
He
is.
stopped paying
The
him.
nigga needed to understand what size britches he had on. Nigga, your underwears are too tight, nigga. You got too big.
I'm with y'all when you said Eddie said you don't get out of this clean.
No.
Yeah.
You just don't walk away clean, man.
It's always an asterisk.
Yep.
Yeah. Always. Yep. That's a goddamn shame, man. It's messed up because now you got your whole tribe. It ain't just you. Normally they just go after the person, you know, the head of the organization. Nah, we going after everything. Anybody you talk to for the past since 2010, we going after.
Well,
but it still bothers me that Warner Brothers is not going to see any kind of heat off of this, seeing that they employ damn near 30 mafia members.
Right.
Hey,
that's I mean, you know, like
saying one. They was doing.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I like when you got 30 employees indicted, nigga. Like, come on, man.
They have teams for this.
Yeah,
they can make a phone call and get the judge they want. These are institutions of doing dirt. You know, I'm like, look, don't look at us if we give you points on the back end for this Young Thug's next album. You know, that's gonna go triple platinum once we release it. Come on, man, it's a vicious fucking cycle. These cats all got their hands in the pot.
Right now, his shit is about to go quadruple platinum.
Yes, he was just featured. Him and Gunna had a message for somebody's concert or whatever, and I guess everybody went nuts. And they drop an album, forget about it. It's gonna do crazy numbers.
And if he gets off of this shit, if he somehow manages to get away with this shit, Warner Brothers is gonna be branded on his ass.
The WB.
Right on his ass. Warner and Brothers.
Just had that fucking frog.
Oh, that's some racist shit. But
I love chicken.
Hello, my baby.
Hello,
my darling. So fucking racist.
I used to love that fucking frog till I
Me too, man.
You realize how racist until Dave told y'all goofy asses.
Right.
Nah.
Oh my God.
They told us that Pepe Le Pew was a fucking rapist. I said, damn.
My God.
Right.
Yeah, he was.
Right on.
He was I was about to say some, never mind. Yeah, he was dropping pills.
Yeah.
Let that be.
Roofing them.
Yeah, let that be.
Yeah,
fellas, just wanted to bring attention to this case, man. I thought it'd be interesting. We all could chime in on this situation from back in the day, how it went from such. Just think how mild the shit. Now, when we look back retrospect on like Luke, they were tripping on his cover.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Just chicks in bathing suits,
ass. Yeah.
You know, and now, fast forward. We got fucking RICO cases.
Yeah.
Not just taking them to court and see if he could just get his album, you know, put his shit in Walmart.
I think they got mad at Luke because they all looked at the covers and realized they married ugly bitches. Like, damn, this one was out there?
No, what they're mad at was because Luke was a businessman.
Yep.
He owned that shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He knew to get an attorney. He had a real estate company. He had all that shit in place, and he beat them at their own game. You know what I mean? Black dude, you know, he was the first black dude I seen in hip hop that like actually played golf. You know, he was that dude before, you know, the puffy and all that shit before, you know, he started flossing. Luke was already living that lifestyle. He was already in Miami. He was already on the big boats and all that shit, man, living that lifestyle. And he was legit. He was a fucking businessman, still is.
Yeah. Yeah, to this day.
To this day, still is, man. And he beat them at their own game.
Yeah.
And it's trivial. That's trivial compared to, you know, his life wasn't in danger. It was just his music.
Yeah. Yeah, but you touched on something else real quick that
man, turn that shit off, man. What you doing? Go ahead, Drew. What's wrong with you, man?
Well, you know,
hey, these album covers are dope, though.
Coming up in Youngstown, you know, I would see certain guys involved in certain street activities.
Yeah, how could you not, man? That was the city.
What I would say to them, you know, some people would say is stupid. Some people might say bold, whatever. I would tell them, man, you got to clean that up. And they would look at me and say, what you mean? You know, somebody would try to clown me and their little crew, one of their flunkies, little goons, whatever. I'd laugh at them like, man, whatever, okay. They say, nah, I want to hear what you got to say. I say, you got to give back. Nobody wants to see the guy who paid for the community center to be built go to prison. You got to be smart. What you're doing is fine for the people that you feeding. People that's eating, they're great till they're not eating no more. I'm like, but if you have the whole community beholden to you because you've given back something that they can measure, I'm like, it'd be difficult for somebody to want to send you away, regardless of what they may have discovered. You may or may not have been involved in this at some point in time in your past. I said, but it's got to become at some point in time part of your past. These dudes stay too long, even the young ones. If you've been doing something since you was 15 years old and you hit, you know,
right,
2+ million by the time you're 20, it's time to find something else to do. You want to be greedy and keep going back to the well, and that well eventually is going to dry the fuck up. And that's all I'm saying. Like, I used to try to tell these guys that all the time. I ain't hating on you. I ain't mad at what you're doing. But now, once again, as Ob said, they weren't without morals. They weren't without a code. You know, we were always told, you know, excuse me, what's it called when you're not, you know, thieves are without honor.
Yeah,
you know,
there's
no honor amongst
there
thieves,
is none.
right?
There is none.
Right, but everybody's not a thief. You know, you got different kinds of hustlers. So what I would tell them, like, if you're not a thief, don't rob the hood. You're already making your money in the hood. Why not give back something that, like I said, would make you invaluable, would make them turn on even, you know, badges and cruisers to keep you from going where you might deserve to go in someone's opinion, right? But if you give back more than what you've taken, the people will look at you as a hero as opposed to a villain. And these guys have never learned that art, you know, in you know, certain other communities, like we see glorified in Hollywood, you know, how they came over and came from the ground up, and did things that were unsavory, but at some point in time, they cleaned it up. They moved away from that. They might still have remnants that's involved, but give them, you know, so.
What the hell?
My bad. I'm trying
Shouts out to Febreze.
Shout out to Febrizzles.
You know what I'm saying? We need the endorsements.
What you sipping on, Ed?
Collection.
It's
a cab.
What the fuck you sipping on? Let's get out of here, guys.
He's like, I got an ocean behind me, damn it. I'm tired of talking to y'all suckers, man. I got an ocean to tuck me in.
And a chorizo taco, motherfucker.
Yes, sir.
You ain't never lied, man.
Right.
Like, I got to disappear again. They're like, I ain't talking to y'all. I just send y'all a link.
Right. The most depressing thing is my hip hop hero, fucking MC Ren, was always into something. Never got hit with no RICO shit.
Because he's a real one.
He's a real one. He kept it on the pad.
Right.
If he wasn't into nothing, he didn't feel right. Never got hit with a RICO thing.
Yeah. Went right back to his mama basement after that was over. You know, that's it. That's what it was. Man. There was a code, man. There was a code. There is no code now, and not hopefully, but this may shift the tides a little. Because, like I said, this shit is like whack-a-mole now. Young Thug go down, young whatever gonna pop up next. You know, so we'll see how this goes because he's looking at a RICO, but Tekashi 6ix9ine is making millions. it's a goofy situation we're in right now.
When he paid for a hit on a motherfucker.
Hey man, and got off.
We need to talk about
and got
that.
off.
We're gonna do a part 2 where we talk about that.
Yeah, we could do that.
We got
man.
to.
Okay.
And going on podcasts and verbally challenging the real OGs.
Oh yeah.
To their face.
Yeah, but they doing that because regardless, dude is still doing numbers. And that's what it's about right now. Everybody will tune in to see him go bar for bar with an OG. So that's what that's about. It's a money grab right now. And the old heads know what they're doing by even engaging in a clown like that. And that's why they got jammed up, because they got too comfortable with the money. He was paying for that, he was paying for that space.
Yeah.
You know, that's all. But gentlemen, thank you again for another great session.
Love you guys.
Cat
Love
Daddy.
you guys, man.
Love all y'all.
Peace.
Take care. Tank, send me one of my fucking fish tacos. And
hell yeah.
send me some of that Andy Dufresne. Yeah, man.
Hey, man.
All right.
I'm going to have you guys come on down here because I'm never coming back.
Damn.
You're Tank. Put your mom on the phone.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm never coming back.
I'm never coming
Bro,
back.
we were at a deserted beach this afternoon. Water waist high, 100 yards out from the beach with nobody out there, man.
Beautiful thing.
Crystal blue water.
That's it?
Man.
Well, welcome to retirement, young man. Welcome to
Why
retirement.
was that shit deserted?
What's that?
Why was it deserted?
You got to drive 4 hours through a jungle to get to it.
Nah, fuck that. I watched that movie old.
That was messed up.
I seen that movie.
That was crazy,
That
man.
was
That
crazy.
shit was crazy, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you got me tripping. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Until next time.
Peace.
It's Friday, and you've been waiting all day.
Play that motherfucking music,
Time to
man.
rock this motherfucker with 3 the hard way. Tank, Ob, Eddie P, Rizzy the hard way.
It's time to rock this motherfucker with 3 the hard way. Tank, Ob, Eddie P, 3 the hard way. It's time to rock this motherfucker with 3 the hard way. Tank, Ob, Eddie P, 3 the hard ways.